Hello again. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jennifer, and I'd like to talk to you some more about grief. There are many different types of grief. There's job loss, financial loss, the loss of a pet, illness and health issues can cause grief, and the loss of a loved one. And as a matter of fact, I've experienced all of these different types of grief that I just mentioned. I'm sure there's others, but these are the ones that come to my mind at the moment. And if you live on this planet, at some point in your life, you're going to experience some form of grief. It's not an if, it's a when, because it will reach you at some point. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. And even the strongest of us can be brought to our knees by it under certain circumstances. And if you are going through grief right now, I really hope that I can help you in some way, that I can help you understand that what you're feeling is normal and that it's okay to feel these feelings. And if you're not going through grief and you're watching this, I hope I can help you understand how to help people that are going through grief. Because there's a lot of us, and most people don't know it. We learn how to live with it and move on in some way, even though the pain in the pit of our stomach doesn't ever completely fade. The ache in the heart doesn't go away. The emotions don't fade as quickly as we'd like them to. And sometimes those of us that have experienced a great loss, which is what I consider mine was or is when I lost my husband, and a tremendous loss for me. I know that I'm going to feel how I feel for a very long time, and that's okay too. There's no time limit to how you feel, to grief, to go through the hurt and all the different emotions. Oh no, my goodness, the number of emotions that I went through, that I'm still going through, are tremendous. There's fear, anxiety, loss, hurt, regret, disbelief, extreme emotional distress, brain fog, like I frequently experience, anger, unreality, and much more. But of this group of emotions, I can tell you with happiness, oddly enough, that the one that I didn't experience very much was regret. I had regret for things that we weren't going to get to do that we'd planned on doing in the future. But I didn't have the regret that some people have, that I'm so sad for other people, because I loved my husband with every piece of me that I possibly could. I loved him deeply, strongly, completely. I couldn't have loved a human being more than I loved my husband. We were married almost 25 years. As a matter of fact, this May would have been our 25th anniversary. He passed away 2 years ago, March 1st. And though the intense emotions that I felt in the beginning aren't as intense as they were, I still have each of those emotions, but they're more faded now. And I'm sure as time goes by, they'll fade even more. But my love for my husband will never go away. I know that. It's embedded in me. It's in my DNA. But the pain and the hurt, that's not going to go away either. When you love somebody as much as I did, and I still do, it's not something that'll stop. It's not a light switch. It's not some part you can change out like you can on some electronic device. But I definitely found out how short life really, truly is. And I've come to realize that I need to experience life more and live outside of my comfort zone, because I don't know how long I have, and I don't want to waste any time at all. And I'm going to continue loving people with everything I have, because I don't ever want to experience regret of any kind, if I can help it. And I can recommend to you, whether you're grieving now or you're not, love with all of your heart. Live completely. Do everything that your heart desires to do, that is appropriate to do. And don't hold back. Be happy. Be kind. Show affection. Do all of the things that you'd love to do. I found that because life is so short, you never know when the end will come. We didn't expect it. He hadn't been sick. It was a here today, gone the next. And there was nothing I could do. And I know that had he had a choice, he wouldn't have left me. And it's not his fault, not in any way. And I have never once blamed him at all. But it was so very hard to go through. I felt so alone. I didn't think anybody understood what I was going through. And in some cases, even though there were other women that were widows in town, they knew some of what I was going through. But I don't think the majority of them loved as much as I did. And I could be wrong, but I had a deep passion for my husband. And it was evident. And just a few months after my husband passed away, my grandson married a wonderful girl. And we got to visit quite a bit before they got married. And she wrote in her wedding vows that she hopes one day to have a love, a marriage like I'd had, because it was just fantastic. So completely perfect in an imperfect way. So I really hope that if you're married, that you will love on your spouse. Hug them, kiss them, tell them how much they mean to you. And don't hold back. You won't regret it.